Natural versus artificial bait. When to use each for big catches. Hey there, fishing fanatics. Happy new day and welcome back to Fishing 24 Hours, your go-to channel for hardcore fishing tips and stories that make every trip legendary. Ever stood at the tackle shop, torn between grabbing night crawlers, shrimp, or a pack of shiny artificial bait? Some days, natural bait sends fish into a frenzy, your float dancing non-stop. But other days, artificial bait steals the show, filling your bucket fast. The secret isn't fancy gear or pricey rods, it's picking the right bait in the right spot at the right time. Today, we'll dive into natural versus artificial bait. When to use each for max results so you can rule any fishing hole and haul in monster fish. This story goes back a few months to Toledo Bend Lake, straddling Louisiana and Texas. I brought a tub of fat night crawlers, thinking fish would swarm. Meanwhile, my buddies packed bags of artificial bait powders, pellets, scented dough smelling like a fishy buffet. I dropped my worms, sat for hours, and my float didn't budge. Not a single bite. Across the bank, my friends' artificial baits had fish hitting hard, floats bobbing like crazy. Frustrated, I was ready to pack up, when the lake manager strolled by, chuckling. "Fish here are used to artificial stuff, buddy. Try switching it up." I took his advice. Mix some artificial dough with cornmeal for stickiness. Cast it out, and in under 5 minutes, my float dova, 4-pound carp, thrashed the water. That day I landed a few bluegill too. My bucket heavy, pride sky high. That's when it hit me. The right bait makes fish come to you. In this video, we'll explore the difference between natural and artificial bait, their pros and cons, and how to pick the perfect bait for any situation to hook fish fast. I've got 2 real-life stories from the US to fire you up, plus practical tips, beginner advice, and safety pointers to make you a master of any fishing spot. These tricks work in ponds, lakes, rivers, and creeks across America from Toledo Bend to the Mississippi. For species like carp, bluegill, crappie, catfish, and bass, grab a cold soda, get comfy, and let's uncover the ultimate bait secrets to catch big fish. Why does bait choice matter? Fish don't bite randomly. They're drawn to familiar smells, tastes, and textures. Natural baits like worms, shrimp, or corn kernels are staples in wild waters, while artificial baits with their engineered formulas hit the mark in stocked lakes. Pick the right bait. And it's like serving fish their favorite meal. Pick wrong and even the best rod's a waste. There are 2 main bait types that old-timers and modern anglers swear by, each with unique strengths, and I've tested them on countless trips. Every bait is a winner if you know how to use it. Natural baits, night crawlers, live shrimp, minnows, crawfish meat, cornmeal, sprouted grains or greens are the go-to for wild waters. They're cheap, easy to find, and their natural scent hooks fish in rivers and ponds. Fat worms tempt carp and catfish. Live shrimp drive bluegill and crappie wild. Sprouted grains are grass carp candy. But natural baits are tough to store. Worms die, shrimp spoil, and prep takes time. Cast these in places like the Mississippi River or Toledo Bend, and fish bite hard as they mimic their daily diet. Artificial baits, powders, pellets, pre-mixed doughs are crafted with potent scents and tailored formulas to attract fish from afar. They're convenient, just open and use, perfect for stocked lakes where fish are raised on processed feed. Artificial baits can target specific species like carp, bluegill, or catfish with strong fishy smells that grab attention. The downside? They cost more, and you need to mix them right to work. In stocked lakes, artificial baits shine, especially when blended with cornmeal or rice bran to keep fish around. Choosing the right bait is key. In wild rivers or ponds, go for natural baits like night crawlers, shrimp, or sprouted grains. For carp, thread a 2 to 4 inch worm to wiggle freely, drop it to the bottom, and set your float 2 to 4 inches from the hook. Use a 1/16 to 1/8 ounce sinker to hold steady. Carp nibble lightly, so wait for a full float dip or steady pull, then set the hook gently. For bluegill or crappie hook, live shrimp through the back, or use sprouted grains. Cast mid-water at 2 to 4 feet deep. Twitch your rod every 2 to 3 seconds to mimic swimming prey. If the float jerks hard, set the hook quick but gentle with a 4 to 6 pound test line. In stocked lakes, artificial baits rule. Pick powders or pellets designed for carp or bluegill. Mix with cornmeal, rice bran, or mashed sweet potato for stickiness to keep fish lingering. Drop to the bottom for carp, 2 to 4 inches from the hook, or mid-water for bluegill, 2 to 4 feet deep. Use a 1/16 to 1/8 ounce sinker and a sensitive float to spot bites. Chum lightly first, wait 10 to 15 minutes for fish to gather. If the float twitches, wait for a full dip to set. At Toledo Bend's stocked areas, grassy edges, or tree roots are hotspots with artificial baits. Weather plays a big role in bait choice. In cold weather, fish get sluggish, so use smelly natural baits like crawfish meat, minnows, or artificial baits with strong scents like fish oil or shrimp paste. Drop to the bottom and wait patiently as fish feed slowly. In warm weather, fish are active, and natural baits like live shrimp, fat worms, or sprouted grains shine. Cast mid-water or near the bottom, twitching lightly to entice. Watch the water bubbles, fish, shadows, or ripples show what fish want. On cloudy days or after rain, fish feed hard, and both natural and artificial baits work great. Combining natural and artificial baits is a pro move. Mix artificial dough with cornmeal, soured rice, or sweet potato to add natural scents, attracting fish fast and keeping them around. For carp, blend artificial powder with soured cornmeal, form small balls, and drop to the bottom. For bluegill, mix artificial bait with sprouted grains, cast mid-water to create a feeding cloud. For bass, combine artificial bait with minced minnows for extra stink. Chum lightly, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then cast to draw a crowd. To show the power of picking the right bait, here's another story. At a rural pond in Louisiana, I fished with friends. I brought fancy artificial baits thinking I'd dominate, but hours passed and my float stayed still. Nearby, an old angler used only roasted cornmeal mixed with sprouted grains, pulling in bluegill and grass carp nonstop. I asked his secret and he grinned. Pond fish love natural stuff, fancy baits don't cut it here. I tried his mix of cornmeal and grains, cast it out, and in under 10 minutes, landed a 1-pound bluegill. That day, I bagged a few sunfish too. My bucket heavy, a lesson I'll never forget. To use baits like a pro, prep smart. Bring both natural baits, worms, shrimp, sprouted grains, greens, and artificial baits, powders, pellets, pre-mixed doughs to test what works. Choose fresh baits, fat worms, live shrimp, unexpired artificials. Use a sensitive rod, strong 4 to 10 pound line, sensitive float, and check for where to avoid breaks. Watch the water, bubbles, fish, ripples to guess their bait preference. Cast at the right depth, bait, and spot. If no bites in 15 to 20 minutes, switch bait or depth. In wild waters, use natural baits near the bottom or mid-water by grass or roots. In stocked lakes, use artificial baits, chumming first to gather fish. In cold weather, pick smelly baits. In warm weather, lean toward natural. Experimentation is key. If a bait fails after 15 to 20 minutes, switch it up. Blend natural and artificial for extra pull, like mixing dough with minced worms for carp or artificials with shrimp for bluegill. Test different mixes to find the winner. Safety's critical. When using smelly baits like crawfish or minnows, avoid polluting the water, especially at stocked lakes with rules. Store natural baits in sealed, cool containers to prevent spoilage. Don't chum too much fish, get full and skip your bait. In big rivers, wear a life jacket, especially near strong currents. Keep noise low. Avoid shadows on the water. Bluegill and bass spook easily. A little caution keeps your trip fun and safe. New to fishing? Choosing the right bait is a great lesson. Try a pond with night crawlers, dropping them to the bottom for carp. Or fish bluegill at a stocked lake with artificial dough mixed with cornmeal. Cast mid-water. Note which baits fish hit hard, like bass with live shrimp. Don't sweat a still float. Switch baits or spots. Picking the right bait builds observation and patience, setting you up for big catches. To level up, practice casting at the right depth, twitching for mid-water fish, or mixing natural and artificial baits. Spend trips at ponds, lakes, or rivers, choosing baits by weather and water type. Pick fresh baits, fat worms, live shrimp, fragrant artificials. In crowded spots, find a quiet corner to keep fish calm. These details make you a bait-savvy angler, whether using natural or artificial. Picking the right bait is an old-school secret few share. Natural or artificial, it's all about the right type, place, and time. 3 words: type, place, time. Every cast with the perfect bait. Fish swarming, floats dancing, feels like carrying on the old-timer's legacy. When the float dips slow, heart racing, hands gripping the rod, that's a moment only anglers get. Rookie or pro, this trick will make you king of any fishing hole. That's it, folks. Now we've cracked natural versus artificial baits, from picking to using to avoiding slip-ups. I hope you're pumped to try these tips. Smash that like, share with your fishing crew, and subscribe to Fishing 24 Hours for more killer tips. Natural or artificial, what's your go-to bait? Got a story about a killer bait? Drop it in the comments. I'm all ears. Tight lines, big catches. See you next time.